Hey everyone, my name is Jason, and I'm the director here at Grimtech Creatives. We've decided to showcase our work bi-weekly with some cool devlogs that will be released every other Sunday. So here's a peek at where we are at with Unsure. Hey, this is Unsure. We currently have a built project here. We have a little cool main menu sequence. It's still under work, of course. None of this is being kept, but yeah, currently we're building off of a asymmetric horror template that we bought off Unreal, and then we are currently heavily modifying it to fit what we are doing. But we generally just kind of like took the sequence from the main menus, all the widgets, and stuff like that. Everything else is basically being built by us. This was just like a little shortcut that we ended up doing. But as you can see, you can come over here. You can choose to play as Survivor or Knox when you host the game. You can choose to do a LAN server or not. We currently obviously don't have a playable test for people, so we don't have any servers, but you can actually still hamachi or like directly port forward your own server to play with people off of this. We've already tried. So we can have one monster, we can have an AI monster, and then we have our choice of maps. These are the default maps that come with, but we only currently have Asylum that we're working on. So I'll just load up as we'll load up with Knox this time. So as you can see, he pops up over here. He's sideways. We gotta rotate him 90 degrees. We actually already have that fixed. I just haven't rebuilt the project because that takes a couple hours. But yeah, you can come over here. You can change the settings from everything. You can change the server name. Doesn't really matter, and that will pop up in the server lobby selection area, which is pretty cool. You can select your killer here. Right now we only have Knox. When we do release the game, we hope to have at least two, preferably three, but most likely just two. And Knox is not final at all. Right now, Knox was a temporary character that we quickly threw together just so that we can actually start working on the game mechanics, his abilities, stuff like that. But his SKM is going to be swapped out in the coming weeks with a new one. So we currently have our wonderful 2D artist, Hannah. She is concepting a new iteration of Knox, which is going to be coming real soon. And hopefully we can showcase that in the next devlog. So we're just going to ready up here. And right now we spawn off into the side here for the killer. We're going to turn this area, we're going to section this area off. We're going to make this into like the summoning ritual area where the cultists will summon Knox. It will take roughly half a minute to a minute, and that will give survivors time to spawn all over the map and start to search and start working their way around from room to room. Obviously for the Kickstarter, we could only polish or even slightly polish certain areas of the map. So we only have this small little area of the map that's actually properly done right now. As you can see, we can walk over here. We have some of the shots. We have some of the rooms currently being made. And as we waddle on over here, we have like this main central area right now for this portion. So the map is meant to be based off of like a very old asylum hospital-esque type of theme. And to kind of fit with everything, I decided to go with a pod system type of hospital. So the map is actually going to be shown in right here in the screen, as you can see. We have some pods kind of sectioned off, and each pod's going to have like their own little like unit. There's going to be a little front office desk. They're going to have some bathrooms, stuff like that. They're each own little section for different varieties on the map, which is pretty cool. As you can see, there's not much so far, but we are currently working on it. We're still in we just surpassed the gray box part of the map, and that's why we started laying out all these walls. This is one of the spawn points for the survivors. So the survivors will have set spawn points where they will randomly spawn on each one separately. They'll be spawning with a note that will tell them what their objective is, obviously, and they're going to have to start searching. That's also one of the exits of the game. So the survivors spawn, they come on out, they start looking for a key, and then they have to determine which key and which door they can unlock. So they'll have to, even if they find a key, they'll still have to roam throughout the map and search for an exit.
So here is the test level for the chain attack. For some reason he's got shadows there. I'll have to remove that. So we got a chain pull attack. I'm working on building a chain for it as well. You can see it slightly there. And so when he attacks, he hits him. Oh, I freaking suck. And here we go. He hits him, pulls. Chain is being reworked right now. And so they spin. That was a trick I did to make these guys spin. So their view changed. And he gets knocked over. Okay, we'll take a look at the blueprints in a second here. Stab, and then they're not lining up quite correctly. We'll have to take a look at that. Let's just go, and we got this dash attack. There's some of the blueprints. This is the blueprint of the chain throw. It does a line trace to see who it hits. This is the blueprint for Grim. He's got this loop here for his throw animation of throwing the. It's not in his hands right now, but throwing his scythe weapon, and it stays here until it hits the target, and then when it hits the target, it starts to pull, and it will keep pulling until the character gets to him, and it will end. And then once it stops, it can start the execution, which is this. And as you can see, it unchecks and resets the animation. And then we also have this 2 strikes. We have this strike, and it resets, and we have this strike, and it resets. Here we have the same kind of thing. It's just for the first person view. We got the throw, pull, and he gets him, and then the execute. And we also have these 2 strikes.
Hey everyone, so that's some of the work that we've been doing throughout the last few weeks. Of course, there's a lot more, but we can't show everything. Right now, I'm hoping for the next devlog we can showcase some of the cool new things that we're going to try to implement, some of which are going to be damage. So the regular swipe of the characters, like the killer, is going to actually be implemented now, and it will do damage. It won't be an insta-kill, only the hook will be an insta-kill. And that will include some damage overlays popping up on your screen, like what you saw on the Kickstarter with that little blood overlay that was popping up. That should be implemented pretty soon. From there, we are going to also try to implement some more animations for the survivors, mainly a lot more interaction type of things. We're also going to start doing more mechanics for the game itself. That includes the lock system and the key spawning. That's kind of about it for this devlog. I hope you enjoyed it. From here, I'm going to leave you all with a little teaser to a soundtrack that our sound designer has made. If you all like what you see here, please support us on Kickstarter. We will have a link in the description below. And there you can help support us on the development of Unsure for all of you. Thank you.